Hey, what's going on, G-Ballers? Today I have a new knife here to share with you coming in from FerraMonster Knives. If this is your first time stopping in, welcome to GBall Vision. Drop a comment down below and let me know what your EDC is for today. Always a fantastic unboxing experience from FerraMonster. You get the patch and a microfiber cloth, zippered case, and this is going to be a brand new release for FerraMonster. This is called the Valken, and because these are a brand new release, they release them on a nice sale. I believe full retail is $254, but these are down around $200 right now, and that sale can be stacked with the coupon code that I have for FerraMonster's website, which will take an additional 20 bucks off the knife, taking this down around the $180 price point, which that's a solid price for a brand new release coming in. The materials this is, I would say it's very competitive with what's out there on the market. The Valken here, this one is sporting the Nebula fat carbon fiber pivot collars, if you will, and each one is kind of customized to each side, and you can see a little bit of color variation between the two as well. That looks really good. We are going to be looking at M390 here on our blade steel, a beautiful belt satin with a hand satin here on the flat. Nice little harpoon-ish clip point blade. Sharpening choil looks really good. We have dual thumb studs and a rear flipper tab for the deployment, and that detent is a little bit stronger, and it needs to be. If you're going to do studs and a rear flipper, that detent has to be a little bit stronger, and they actually dialed this one in very nicely, perfectly centered up there. The thumb stud action, the thumb flick, that is absolutely money. You get a really nice resistance when you kick off here, and the closing action is really controlled, very nice. We are looking at a ceramic detent ball, and we have ball bearings there around the pivot. So all the inner workings that you're going to look for. And let's see about the size of the Valken here. This feels like it's getting close to 8 inches. Let's see what we got here. And ooh, yeah, 7 and 15/16. I mean, we could give it close to 8. It's like 7.99. We'll go ahead and say we are at about 3 3/8 of cutting edge, 3.5 total blade, so a good size. We'll bring out the Benchmade bug out and the Spyderco Para 3 here for some size reference, and you'll see the Valken here. It's going to be quite a bit bigger on both ends than both of these. And we have two more, the Kaiser Militao here up top, Vastid Raccoon on the bottom. Valken's going to be bigger than that Vastid size, and I'd say it's just a touch bigger than the Militao is. I think the Militao comes in at like 7 7/8, so this is going to be just a touch bigger than something like the Militao. We'll get our 50 ways baked in Hank out here, and we'll see what this pocket clip looks like in the pocket and see how that interfaces with our seam here. A good grab there initially, and it holds that all the way up. And in my opinion, that is perfect as far as milled clip. Looks beautiful and a little bit poking out of the pocket there. That is my preference, and gives you a little bit something extra to grab a hold of. It gives you a good spot to pull this knife and retrieve it from the pocket. Good retention on the way out, and that has a great spring in it. Now, the only knock really as far as the clip goes is it's going to be right hand carry only. So no lefty love on this particular model. And I think, you know, these companies need to be let know by us that we want that option, because somebody like FerraMonster, who is putting feelers out there at this point, trying to gauge, you know, where everyone is at, they're fairly new to doing their own stuff. They're used to doing other companies' knives, right? FerraMonster has been an OEM for a very long time. It is only just over the last 2 years or so they came out with their own line of knives, and within this last year they came out with a sister company for more affordable knives called Wixco, and we just released the Axer video a couple days ago, to you guys at least anyway, and that's their Wixco sister brand, and they put out some awesome budget knives. I'll have them linked down below as well. Also a coupon code for that website as well. Now let's move over and we'll grab the arch nemesis here, and we'll give this a weight check here. We like to guess the weight here on the channel of these newer knives. I invite you to play along and put a guess down in the comments. Let me know what you think this knife weighs right here without holding it in your hand, just by looks. But based on materials and the size, maybe you can get a good idea. I'm going to give it a whirl here. We are 3.5 inches of blade, 8 inches overall. We do have a couple of cutouts here on the show side, and that looks to be the only weight relief. Now this is cut out and this is cut out, so that'll give a little bit of extra weight relief. But I'm gonna say this is up there, probably pretty close to a ratio, if not, what do we think? 3, let's say 3.6. 3.6? 3.7. Oh! Ah! Oh! See, that the arch nemesis always just has to push it that 0.1 extra, but I'll take it. 0.2 off, not too shabby. Coming in at 3.9 ounces and 110 grams for everyone else. So not too shabby on the weight to ratio comparison there. Which many of you may know, I really don't pay much attention to that ratio ordeal that some people tend to bring up. 0.52 on the handle thickness, very nice. So it's got a good thicker handle, but not overly thick, right? Somebody who has a little bit larger hand will appreciate that kind of 0.5 and beyond. We are looking at 152 thousandths, and I don't think I mentioned it yet, but that is a high hollow grind there. So we are looking at a hollow ground blade. Let's see what this comes down behind the edge at. And in that particular spot with that particular hold, what do we got there? 24 thousandths. And I think I was a little high. I bet it's down there around 22, 23 thousandths. But let's see how the Valken cuts out of the box. We got our new SMKW catalog here, and this is from January 2022. It's been a while since I've gotten a SMKW catalog. They must not do that anymore, or not very often. So a blade like this is going to be a great poker. Poke and slice, piercing. Let's see what we got for an edge here. Ooh, yeah. Yep. That's some good stuff there. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yep. Feels good. Feels good. Looks good. Take a close-up look of that edge. I know some people have been asking to see a close-up of the blades and the edges, and that looks very, very good. Very even. Very nice. Great job. Great execution from FerraMonster. Let's switch gears here, and we'll see what we're looking at in regards to our hardware. Check centering. That is on point there. We have a non-tooled pivot. We just have their little logo there, which I think looks fantastic. One thing I've always loved about FerraMonster since the initial design that I checked out, their very first one, they don't go haywire with the branding. They don't put any damn branding on these knives. They have their little logo integrated into the pivot, and I think that is perfect execution. Then you just have the blade steel hidden in the corner there on that lock side. Great job, in my opinion. We are going to be looking at, is that T8 or T10? So we got T8 on the body screws here. T8 on the pocket clip. Very good. And T8 on that. Let's see. Is that a T10 on the pivot? We got our off-grid driver here. No, it must be a T8. Why does that feel? Feels a little loose in there. Wouldn't be a T9. I guess it. Oh, okay. It's T8. It's T8. It's just I don't know. Maybe I don't have any brains in my skull, maybe. But T8's all the way around. Very good job. Man, that detent is beautiful, guys. If you're on that lock bar, you're going to lock yourself out or make it very difficult to flick that blade out. So that is really nice. They nailed the detent on this thing, and you can push button it as well, kind of that push button light switcher here. Very good. Reverse flick all day long. The thumb flick is absolutely money on this knife. Good size. I love to see it. We just don't get many 8-inch knives anymore. We'll go ahead and we'll see what this lock is made of here. Pretty good lock. Well, we really can't say pretty good lockup no matter where it's at, but it looks decent at about 35% or so. We're going to start off with a couple of love taps just to get us going out towards the tip there, and there's no movement in there whatsoever. We'll start off towards the tip here. Okay. Just a couple of light ones to get us going. We'll go to the middle here. Very good. Very good. Very good. We'll run this through a couple of checks. Make sure nothing changed. Centering still on point. Detent still nice and strong. Action is still very controlled on that close. Beautiful action. That is exactly what I want to see personally. I like a nice little drop down to the finger and then a controlled, smooth closing action. That is perfect. Well executed. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this knife. It's got it's not like a game changer of a design, but it's got a really awesome blade shape in my opinion. I love the flat rolling into that halfway swedge there. Then the swedge dies going to the tip there. Nice thick blade stock, 153 thousandths. Coming down closer to 23 thousandths behind the edge. Great access with a chamfer to the lock bar. You have a little splash of carbon fiber here. And like I said, they have like 5 or 6 different variations. I will have them linked down below. I know some people aren't the biggest fans of speed holes or cutouts. You know, I didn't used to be much in favor of those, but, and in some cases I'm not. It does give knives a cool aesthetic. You know, you can see that blade internally in there. I think that's a cool aesthetic appeal to these. It gives you some added weight relief to the knife as well. And I think it looks cool. Now, would I want it on every single knife? No, definitely not. But occasionally, having a knife with these quote-unquote speed holes, you know, I think that is pretty cool. They didn't do it on the lock side here, so you just have it on the show side. Do you think the Valken could be a knife you would add to your weekly rotation or your collection? I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Make sure you share this video and hit the thumbs up. That helps push this video out there to more people. I truly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy knives and EDC, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release videos like this every single day. I'd love to have you here. I'm going to pop a couple of new videos up. Go check out the one you haven't seen yet. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I love you all. I will catch you on the next one.